Every garden needs a little individuality, something that makes the place yours. In mine, it starts with frogs. This colorful, some say gaudy, ceramic, gargoyle-esque guy guards the front door of my house, but there are more frogs. My sister-in-law gave me this one that sits in the fountain. You should have saw the look on my brother's face when I unwrapped it, but I love it. I got this one cheap at Riley's Summer Seat Farm as the finish was starting to check. Double impatiens drop their blossoms and float in the water above this smiling frog. Even one that's in a hammock. My wife got me this frog. I think of her when I walk by, the silly thing. Oh, and now that's a birdhouse. These cheap, sometimes tacky decorations define my garden and are filled with memories. This bird feeder was from a €2 store in Dublin, Ireland. And what would the garden be without angels and cherubs? And a ladybug sure beats a pigeon, doesn't it? And this one my mom gave me. It's just a cheap plastic angel looking over the garden, sitting there. There's one just like it on my father's grave. My mother always had stuff like this in the garden, and maybe that's where I get it from. I wonder about this plant pedestal that's permanently installed in my garden. I guess it dates back to the 1940s. The finish is cracked from years of watching over the garden. I bought these on a trip to Maine, got them at an outlet store. They worked hard for me in the garden, and now they get a well-deserved rest. But it's the vegetable garden where the really strange stuff lives. These birds are top-heavy and fall over easily. They were gifts after toppling and losing parts. I love them for their 1970s amusement park paint job, and they make an interesting statement standing above the garlic. This is an old gutter turned into the world's longest planter. That sedum comes up every year. When my grandparents' tools are done, they're displayed in the garden. That's my grandfather's solid shank, true temper, lightweight bantam shovel. It was one of my favorites in the vegetable garden until it just gave up the ghost. Everyone's garden has something in it that is unique, linking them to another place or person, and it's comforting to know that St. Fiacre is watching over all of our gardens.